Okay, so this is the world that I made. This is Audrey Gale, and I am doing a 7th grade scale and scale factor lesson. So as soon as the students come into the world, they will be coming over here to the signs. Hopefully I tried to set them up in order. So the first one, welcome. How are the two structures similar? The task that the students are charged with at the beginning of class is for them to come in and explore both of these. So you can see how they look pretty similar. They are to scale. I made the larger one 3 times larger than the smaller one. I didn't go for anything too extravagant because I wanted it to be able to reach all of my students. And what I would do here to differentiate is I would probably have my special education students start maybe with the windows. Whoa, sorry. And that way, it's something smaller that they can compare still to scale. If not, I'm afraid that they wouldn't be even using an area formula here. They would probably start counting all of the blocks. And on this large one over here, that's going to take a while. Other than that, students have already done proportions at this point, so they are well versed in being able to compare two structures by solving for x and using cross products. And then, okay, so let's find our other signs. The second one was, how can you use what you have learned this year to compare them? And that goes back to the proportions that I was just talking about. At this lesson, this is more of a discovery of scale and scale factor. So after they explore a little bit, talk in small groups, we'll be unpacking this together. And then they will be going on to Padlet and doing like a vocabulary activity where they can kind of state what they know and adjust that over time. The last one that I have here is for our students who may need an extra push or a challenge, those that may be identified as gifted. So this one says, looking for a challenge, try your strategy on the roof. Let me see if I can fly here. Alright, so you can see how the smaller one and the large one, exactly the same. Looking at these measurements, trust me, they are all to scale. This would be a lot more to take in. I would want students to maybe start by comparing the bottom levels, or maybe they could even start on the top. I guess that would be simpler. They should start finding a pattern going down. At every level of this roof, it should be going down by 4. 2 on each side, I believe, if I look at, yes, 2 on the length, 2 on the width. And then for similarly on the smaller one. So that's just a little bit deeper thinking there, something for everybody is what I was going for on this. I didn't make it too complicated because I just wanted it to be an exploration activity, but when they are creating their own, that is something that I would push for, especially with the gifted students. Again, I would encourage them to maybe try to make something that is out of social studies, so that way they're maybe recreating a historical location or monument, something that they could really use modeling in a more purposeful way. And this is just showing the inside. I did put a few basic decorations in here, and I'll go to the other one and show you as well. I kept it pretty basic because I want students to be able to see, oh, there's a chicken in my house. The true scale difference here. So it's the same things. I mean, the painting I couldn't get to be the same, but just a bed, a couple of bookshelves, and a chest. Some kind of crafting thing, I forget. But that way we're able to relate this space and just see how much larger this is. Students could also come inside as they're trying to compare, maybe counting the blocks below and above the windows. But overall, I'm looking for them to transition from, maybe using length times width to find the area of one side and comparing those and then testing it. The big thing with this lesson is whatever you think and whatever your ideas of whatever you think is working, you need to continue to test it for everything. So as they create their own two structures somewhere else in this world, they need to be verifying it. They may be creating their two structures in small groups or individually, but before they start, they will have to do that on scrap paper and grid paper. So I'll give them like 1-inch unit grid or graph paper, however you want to say that, and they'll sketch it on there. That's going to create the opportunity for them to create a scale first, and then they will move on to transferring that to Minecraft. The whole idea here is that they're taking a scale drawing and they are creating a scale model. So the scale model will be the Minecraft version. I'll just turn you around here while I keep talking. And then once we take the scale and the scale drawing into Minecraft, and then we are creating that scale model. When they're done with all of this and they've already verified their work, we'll have them present them to the class, so that way we can all share each other's ideas and just see what everyone created. And that is pretty much it. Formative and summative assessment, I'll be conferencing with students throughout the time and pulling small groups as needed. And then summative assessment, there would be a rubric in place for them to be graded on, and just to ensure that they're using the correct vocabulary and that their final Padlet responses are correct and viable. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day.